Hey everyone, how's it going today? Coach Alvarez here, back at you another episode, Coffee with Coach. Hope you're up doing well, got the mind in the right place. If not, as always, let's put it in the right place. So today, I want to share with you something, it's a little, in my opinion, a little touchy subject, topic, depending on who you talk to, who you talk to it with, and of course, how you say it, how you put it, but the issue with mental health issues, okay? Whatever's going on in your mind, whatever you're dealing with in your life. I just got done listening to this video. Again, the way my day works, I'll get up, I'll listen to the things I'm listening to, and then after a while, YouTube has these recommendations. They're like, oh, you listen to this, check this out, and most of the time, it's some pretty good stuff. So I came across this other video today from the guy that I was sharing with you guys yesterday, Seth Feroci. And it's on the same channel, okay? So the YouTube channel is Jordan Mertz, okay? Jordan, M-E-R-Z, all right? That's the channel. But then the title of the video is Get Up and Grind, Seth Feroci, Epic Bodybuilding Motivation, okay? So, again, if you don't know who Seth Feroci is, check him out. Again, be prepared for some very intense, fired up individual that gets after it. You know, the way he speaks, there's a lot of passion in his voice, and he goes hard with the cuss words and stuff. So you just got to be ready to listen to that. And again, if you don't mind it, then it's all cool, right? For me, I like that's the way I like to be talked to. Okay, that's just me. That's how I like to hold my conversations in a private setting, and that's how I like to be coached as well. So I can handle that stuff. I grew up that way, and that's just how I like it. So anyways, that's not for everyone. So I keep it clean on this channel. So anyways, what he said in this video, I just had to get out, right? So, you have to work through it to get through it, all right? You have to work through it to get through it, okay? That's a super important phrase, okay? And what he's talking about is again, mental health issues. He's like, we all have them. We all have them. He's like, nobody is okay. Nobody is okay. Anyone listening to his podcast, my podcast, whatever, he's like driving in the car, listening to this, wherever you're at in your life right now, whatever you're doing, you're dealing with something, okay? Nobody walks on this earth, scarred free, like never had anything happen, nothing hurt, no one passed away, no traumatic things happened to them. That's BS. Everyone deals with something, a loss of a friend, a pet, a loved one, divorced, name something, okay? Just pick something. We all have our own issues, demons, things that we're dealing with, and like he says in this video, which that's where I said like it gets a little touchy with some people, but a pill just isn't gonna do it. Okay, if you need therapy, then you get the therapy, but after the therapy, then what? It's work to do. He's like, after you take the pill, then what? You can't like just sit around and like wait for it to just magically solve all your problems. You have to work through the problem. Okay, you go to therapy, you talk to someone, you let some things out, you get some things off your chest. You get a different viewpoint or opinion or whatever, but then what? Once you leave the office or wherever you had that conversation at, you got to go to work. You got to work through it. You have to deal with the thing that's in front of you that you're having to deal with. And he says, we all have traumatic issues that change the trajectory of our life. And when he said that hit home with me, because I know for me, okay, without going into too much detail and telling my whole life story, as a teenager, as a young age, there was definitely a moment in my life that completely changed the direction of my life, okay? And at first, I just kind of wondered, like a why me kind of thing. And there was a lot of hate, a lot of bitterness, and a lot of whatever. It wasn't good, okay? But I look back at it now, and it's like, okay, that happened for a reason. Like, it set me up to deal with all this crap that I'm dealing with for the rest of my life, since I was a teenager, and I'm still dealing with it like at 46, dealing with people, okay? And the way people do things And the way people are, there's a lot of great human beings out there, right? But then we all know there's snakes, okay? There's snakes and rats everywhere. And, you know, you have to learn how to deal with those kind of things. So one of the things that changed in my life as a teenager just set me up to be able to deal with the things that I've been able to deal with all my life. And it just seems like it's never going to go away. Okay, it's never going to go away. You're just always going to have to deal with certain things. And so we all have those traumatic things that happen to us, okay, that will completely change the way we think. He writes, or I wrote it down, the way we think, the way we act, the way we do, the way we it changes us. Okay, now it can change us, like I said, to where in the beginning it might turn you bitter, cold, maybe a little hateful, you know, depending on what it is. You know, life isn't fair kind of thing. Like, why me? Why does this have to happen? But then it has to be turned into something where it's in a positive energy form to where you can like utilize that and do some good with it. Okay. So at least for me, I've been able to do that over the course of time, take those things that have happened and like use them in a good way, use my jiu-jitsu and my platform, my academy to help change people's lives instead of just being a bitter person for something that happened to me 30 years ago. Okay. And like I said, he says everyone has some sort of traumatic issue. Everyone deals with some type of mental health issue. And what I really like about what he said, he's like, man, mental health issue is a life issue. It's just life. You know, I know for me growing up, you know, I didn't hear too much, not at all about mental health issues. Like whatever we dealt with, we just dealt with it and we just had to get through it. And that's it. Like there was no, like kind of the way it is now where it's like a very talked about thing. We just worked our way through it, you know? So, and that's the way I look at it. It's life. Okay. You're going through something. I'm going through something. You're dealing with something. I'm dealing with something. We all dealing with something that we just don't really want to deal with or don't like, or just like, again, why me? Why is this happening now? Like I'm doing good. I'm trying to do good. I'm trying to do the right thing. And then bam, life hits you in the face with some horrible thing. And it's like, why? Why is this happening? Why does it have to be this way? What did I do to deserve this kind of thing? And unfortunately, there's really no real answer to that. It's just at the bottom, at the end of it, you just have to work your way through it to get through it, like this guy says. So, you know, at least for me, you know, like this guy says, he said he wakes up every morning, how he deals with life. He gets up every morning, he does his cardio. He's a bodybuilder, so in this video, he's lifting weights and he's flexing and he's a big guy. You know, he's drinking shakes and eating his healthy foods and all that kind of stuff. And I do the same thing. Okay, I already got my 3 miles in. I walked my dogs this morning. I'm getting ready to go train jiu-jitsu here in a few minutes. Those kind of things help me deal with the things that I deal with, that I have to deal with, the things that are going on in my life. And so when I hear stuff like this, it just reinforces the way I think. And like, okay, yeah, it's you're doing the right thing. Like it's in, like he says, and like I said in the video yesterday, you know, no problems. You know, you don't have problems. You just have more work to do. And in this video, he says it again, but in a different way. He's just like, it just never ends. It will never end. Like you get rid of, you solve one problem, one issue, you get over one thing, you handle one thing, and then you're going to have to deal with something else. And it's just one thing after another. And it's just never ending to the day that you're no longer here. So I've accepted that. I've accepted the fact that this is life. As much as I would like to just ride off into the sunset in a peaceful way and not have to deal with any drama, crap, whatever, that's just not the way life works. As long as I'm alive and I'm up and about, moving around, doing things and talking to people, I'm going to have to deal with life and people and things that happen to me. And I got to work my way through them. I got to problem solve. I got to find solutions. I got to find out, you know, what else is inside of me that I didn't know that was there, so that I can, you know, deal with these things. And over time, you get to learn how resilient you are, how tough you really are, because like, yeah, you made it this far. You know, I've made it this far. I'm 46. I've made it this far. Okay. There's more things coming my way. And hopefully, you know, with all this stuff I've been able to deal with so far, I'll be able to deal with the things in the future as well. So, again, no mental health issues, life issues. Okay, I like that. You just change the way the way you think, how you word things, how you put things, the perspective of things. You rewire the way your brain is, and then you can start to work your way through these things. So, well, again, once you accept that, it just things get better. You just understand, like it's never ending. You will always deal with a problem of some sort, deal with some type of people of some sort that you just don't want to deal with, but you have to get through these things. So again, that's why is part of the reason why these episodes started to begin with, is because I deal with so many people, okay, throughout the days and throughout the weeks and years, that I've come to find out through jiu-jitsu that you know, people really aren't coming in because they want to learn jiu-jitsu. Like, they want to learn how to deal. They're trying to look for a different way to problem solve with the problems that they have. And maybe jiu-jitsu is the answer. And for a lot of people, it is. It really, really helps detach, disconnect. For that hour and a half that you're on the mat, get rid of the problems that you're dealing with and focus on something else. Get a good workout in, exercise, you feel better, you're sweating, and then when you get back done with class, you're able to deal with the situation you were dealing with in a much better mindset, because you are, you know, you just had a great workout and you're around, you know, better people, a better atmosphere, a better everything, and things that can just get better for you. So just whatever you're dealing with, understand that, yeah, it sucks. And, you know, I wish you didn't have to go through whatever it is that you're going through. But unfortunately, you're in that position that you're in, whether it's, you know, a self-inflicted wound, meaning you did it to yourself, you made the wrong decision, a wrong choice, and you are where you're at, or life just blindsided you and put you in a position where you're at. You have to work your way through it. You have to deal with it, stand up to it, find a solution, problem solve, and get your way to the other side of that. Because like he said here, like, you know, taking a pill isn't the, you know, end of everything. Like, it's not going to give you all the answers. After you take the pill, you have to still do some work. After you do the therapy, you still have to do some work. Whatever it is, there's work to do. And like yesterday's episode, no problems, just more work to do. So you're always going to have to deal with that. I've accepted that. It's something that I've come to grips with. You know, you don't want to, because you do want a peaceful life where you don't want to deal with heartache, pains, death, you know, whatever else. But unfortunately, that's not the way life works. We all have to deal with death. We all have to deal with losses and pains and hurts and injuries and things that are just horrific at times, and it sucks. And so you have to deal with them. You have to work through them. So I was kind of wondering, like, what these comments would be on this video, and they're all like really, really good. Like, I'll give you one. Like, one of the first comments on this video was someone put, as a lady, I was diagnosed with breast cancer last June. I found your videos soon after. I made up my mind to start working out without the gym due to COVID and my low immune system. Chemo made me weak and tired, and the worry of not being able to pay my bills, being a single mom, also worried me, but I kept working out and doing cardio every day. Even when I was weak as hell, I am now cancer-free. Thank you for your daily motivation. So these kind of talks, these kind of things help, okay? This guy's helping whoever else, and the list goes on. Like, there's so many comments like, hey, thank you, you know, you're speaking the truth, and, you know, it's hard to come to grips with, but you're right. And yeah, it's hard to come to grips with sometimes, because you're in this dark place. You're in this place where it's no fun and you don't want to be there, but only you can get you out of it, okay? No one, you know, I saw a meme, I think it was yesterday or this morning, no one's coming to save you, okay? No one's coming to save you. A pill isn't going to save you. You know, these things might help you kind of get jump started in the right direction, but at the end of the day, it's you and only you that can get you out of the situation that you're in. You have to work through it to get through it. I love that. All right, guys, have a great day. We'll catch you on the next one. We'll see you.